Good morning. This is Jackie from Mountain Life Fitness, and this is Friday morning, April 24th, 2020, and welcome to Abs and Core Blast. This week, your short circuit, although we did it with Zoom yesterday, and we included Abs and Core at the tail end of that, this week I'm just having you use this Abs and Core Blast as your Abs and Core work for your short circuit, and of course it can pair well with just about any of your programs as well. Just ran a little short of time. So this is a great way to stack this with your short circuit and get a really good abs and core workout. So this is 4 blocks, and we will perform 3 different exercises in each of those blocks and move right on to the next one. You can always come back around and do this twice or 3 times through if you really want to do a killer abdominals and core workout, or you can take each block and tack that onto any of your programs, and it'll work and pair very well with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to keep my shoes and socks on, but you're welcome to take those on or off. And I'm not going to use any music. Just want us to rock and roll through our abs and core blast this morning. So the first thing we're going to do is start with a Spider-Man crawl. And so you want to come down into a plank, and we're going to do 4 Spider-Man crawls and then 4 kneeling lateral flexions. So we're going to go out to the side, out to the side, out to the side, out to the side, and then we're going to come into a kneeling position. Place our fingers up here by our ears, and we're going to laterally flex for 4. I'm also going to use a heavy dumbbell today for lateral standing flexion, yeah? And then come back down, and let's go back to Spider-Man. Crawl up the wall, that's it. Then come back to a kneeling position and over. And I'm also going to use a medicine ball, or you can use a dumbbell instead of a medicine ball, yeah? And let's do this a couple more times through. Spider-Man crawl, 2, 3, 4, kneeling flexion, to the side, working those internal obliques, quadratus laborum, serratus anterior, yeah, and then one more time through, and crawl up the wall. Hold your plank low, back to kneeling, compress abdomen, sit up tall, and to the side, rib cage to hip bone, yeah, and 2, and last one. Good job. All right, so next is going to be a V-sit rotation. And we're not going to use any load here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the V-sit, okay? So we're going to hold that for a count of 4, 3, 2, then drop your heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop heel. 4, whole leg dropping, guys, yeah? 2, and 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, and rock forward. Okay, downward facing dog, 2 mountain climbers. All right, so let's come into a plank position, then walk back into downward facing dog, and now mountain climb. Up, 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 and up. Walk back into your plank, back to your downward facing dog, and mountain climb. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk back into that plank. Yeah, good. And back into that downward facing dog and climb the hill. Yeah, 2, and 1. And one more time, walk back into your plank and back into that mountain climber from downward facing dog. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job. Carefully bring knees down. And then we're going to lie down on your back, and we're going to move those movers. Yeah, so a lot of that work that you just did there was really stabilizing. okay? So here, we want to mobilize. So we're gonna bring that right leg up in tabletop, and we're gonna rest the head in the fingers, and we're gonna flex in and extend out. In and out. Exhale and inhale. That's it. So the leg stops there at your tabletop position. You want to bring the chest to the thigh, not the thigh to the chest. So really concentrate on moving the rib cage to the hip bone. Yes. Exhale and inhale. Up and back. In and out. Good. Now let's add rotation to it. Come up and across and out. Really extend that leg out there, guys. Long and strong. Good. Rotate and resist. Exhale and inhale. Let's just go 4. Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring that leg down. Other one up in tabletop. And let's flex in and extend out. In and out. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders off of the floor. Loose grip with the fingers so we don't interlace. Yeah, your fingers are there for one reason, and that's to support the head so that the neck doesn't become fatigued. Yeah, that's it. Rib cage to hip bone. Exhale and inhale. Flex and extend. In and out. Good, good. That's it. 4 to go. And it's 4. Yeah. 3. Good. Now let's add rotation to it. Come up and across and out. Up and across and out. Exhale and inhale. Lead with the shoulder. Rotate from the waistline. Good. Exhale and inhale. Good. Across and out. Couple more. Good. And last one. Good. All right. Now bring the legs back up in tabletop and let's bicycle. So across and across. Compress abdomen. That's it. Good, good. Stay with it. Yeah. Let's go 8, 7. And it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, guys. Rock and roll up. And this is where we're going to use that heavy dumbbell kettle backpack, okay? And this is going to be standing lateral flexion. Now we did some kneeling lateral flexion. Now you're going to add some load to it, okay? No movement in the lower body. You do want something heavy here as a general rule. Abdomen compressed, and you're going to flex over and stand straight back up. Over and back up. Make sure no lower body movement. Isolate from the waistline. Head doesn't lead. You're leading from the base of the rib cage. And it's really important here to compress that abdomen so that these lateral flexors can really do their job. Yep. Good, and you're coming right back to the center, not to the other side. Good. That's it. Let's try for 4 more. 4 and 3. Good, 2. And 1 more time. And back up. All of a sudden, it's like a blizzard outside. Good, gravy. Okay, shoulders down and back. Rib cage lifted, navel to spine. Springtime in the Rockies, guys. Here we go. Over and back up, yeah? That's it. So compress. Be real deliberate about it and real deliberate about the movement pattern, yeah? Lower body still. I'm going to isolate these muscles. That's it. Work those lateral flexors of the torso. Very important core muscles. Really important postural muscles as a result. Yeah, keeping it slow and controlled. It's not a huge range of motion. Yeah, and over and up. Inhale and exhale. Over and up. That's it. Let's do 2 more. Yeah. Flex and extend. Last one and up. Nice work. Okay, and you can put that down. Okay. All right, and next is going to be side bridge. And then we're going to do a thread the needle. Okay. So elbow under shoulder, and You can have your bottom leg down. You could be tandem position or stacked. Lift hips, arm up, and thread that needle. Yeah, and thread. Good. Around. And around. That's it. Let's go 4 and 3. Good. 2 and 1 more. Good. And carefully lower down and switch your sides. Alrighty. Elbow under shoulder. Find your leg position. Knee down, legs tandem or stacked. And up and rotate through. That's it. Good. And around. Squeeze those buttocks. Pelvic floor up and in. Around. Good. And 1 more. And carefully lower down. Now stay down. Come onto your back. And this is going to be a long lever curl. Going to bring the legs in tabletop. Going to bring the right hand behind the head. No reverse curl. You're just going to curl. Arm stays with torso. That's it. Good. 4 more. Up and back. So working with that long lever. Keep compressing the abdomen. Good. Now switch sides. Up and back. Exhale and inhale. Lift and lower. Now I want you to alternate arms. So up and back and up and back. Up and back. Lift and back. 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. Rock and roll up or roll to the side to get up. Okay, so this next one I am going to use a medicine ball or a dumbbell here for these 3 exercises finishing up on block 4. Okay, so I'm going to grab that, but again, you don't have to use anything. It is absolutely acceptable to just use your own body weight here. And particularly, if you've got a low back that tends to flare up occasionally, it's absolutely fine not to add any load. Now these layouts, the feet need to be on the floor, okay? So flex and extend. Compress the abdomen, in and out. Each time you come in, exhale, inhale. That's it. And go back to about 45 degrees. Make sure you're always pulling abdomen in, never pushing out. Yeah? Now let's add some direction. Yeah? So in, right, in, left. And right, and left. Good. Push and pull. Exhale and inhale. That's it. Good, good. Let's go 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And take a little breather there. All right. So when we were lying on our back doing long lever curls or doing that flexion extension element, that's actually taking those abdominal muscles and they're moving the body. Here, you've got more of a compression element here, so more stability. There's some movement, but it's mostly hip flexion and then just guarding there and bracing. So both need to be done, okay, to really effectively work your abdominals and your total nose to toes core. All right, so we're going to combine this now. We'll flex in, push right, in, and center. And left, and center. Right, center, left, and center. Again, right, center, left, and center. 2 more times around. Right, center, left, and center. Last time through. Right, center, left, and center. Outstanding, you guys. All right, so that is your abs and core blast. As I said, you can go back through that entire series again, or you can take these individual blocks, 3 exercises in each, and tack those on and stack it in with any of your programs, with maybe the exception of your mat Pilates, because we do so much core work in there anyway. But this would pair well with just about every other format. You guys enjoy that. There'll be another one next week for you, and have a great weekend. Thanks so much.